Hi, and welcome. I welcome you all in this session uh, of International Congress on Human Development and Sustainability at Bogota. I am Sandeep Savitaprakash Sharma, PhD research scholar at JG University, Ahmedabad, and I am a full-time research director with Magnum Opus International, India. Today's topic that has been on which I am going to interact with you is creativity nurturing work environment that fosters innovation. So first of all, I'd like to thank you, the committee members who have invited me as a speaker in this International Congress on Human Development and Sustainability. I welcome you all on this session of creating a work environment that fosters creativity and innovation. So what do you understand by creativity and a creativity work environment? In today's rapidly evolving business landscape, creativity and innovation are not just buzzwords, they are the lifeblood of the progress. Forward-thinking organizations understand that fostering an environment with new ideas can thrive. It isn't a luxury, but it's a strategic imperative for sustained growth and a competitive advantage. So, let us first have a discussion on creative work environment. So, during this session, we will try to answer what is the creative work environment, what can the creative work environment do for you people, and what is the role the leaders can play in the creative work environment. Creativity and innovation is the core of any forward-thinking organization. They are the engines that drive growth, propel change, and differentiate successful companies from their competitors. In today's fast-paced business world, the ability to generate new ideas and solve problems in unique way, it has become more valuable. A creative work environment not only nurtures the individual innate curiosity and imagination, but also fosters a collective spirit of exploration and discovery. The benefit of such an atmosphere are manifold. It leads to increased employee engagement, higher job satisfaction, and a more dynamic corporate culture. Moreover, it encourages the kind of risk-taking that can lead to breakthroughs and significant advancement for an organization. In fostering a creative work environment, leaders must recognize that innovation is not a sporadic occurrence, but a continuous process. It requires commitment to cultivating an atmosphere where new ideas are welcome and valued. This commitment is reflected in every aspect of the organization, from the policies, procedures to the physical work environment. So the work environment has got certain parameters, and there are some factors which are key here to understand. The first factor is the culture that we have in the organization. So if we need to have a creative work environment, we need to have a culture of openness. Openness is the cornerstone of creative and innovative work culture. It is willingness to listen to every voice regardless of the rank or experience and consider every idea on its merit. This culture of openness is not only agreeing with every suggestion, but about giving each one the space to be heard and explored. To cultivate such a culture, it's essential to encourage open communication and sharing of ideas. This can be achieved through regular brainstorming sessions, suggestion boxes, and platforms where employees can pitch their concept without fear of criticism. Leaders play a very crucial role in setting up the tone of these interactions. They must demonstrate a non-judgmental approach to the new concept, showing that all contributions are valued and that there is no such thing as a bad idea. A culture of openness also relies on trust. Employees must trust that their ideas will be received in good faith and that their contribution to the company are appreciated. They need to have trust in the company. Trust is not built over time through consistent, transparent communication and the leader who lead by example. Second important factor for a creative work environment is designing the inspiring spaces. The space in which we work can significantly influence our creative output. The environment that is visually stimulating and comfortably functions can inspire employees to think more freely and creatively. When designing such spaces, it's important to consider several elements that can contribute to an atmosphere conducive to the innovation. Here friends, the color, the lighting, the furniture arrangement, these are small factors, but they will contribute to designing an inspiring space where the creativity will thrive. Let us come to the next important factor, that is the flexible working. If we are being given flexible work schedules, they definitely positively contributes to a innovative environment. So flexibility in the work schedule can be a powerful tool of fostering creativity. It allows employees to work during their most productive hours, whether there is a early bird or night owl. This autonomy can lead to higher quality work and more engaged workforce. To manage a flexible schedule policy, clear guidelines are necessary. Employees should understand that the core hour during which they are expected to be available and how to communicate their schedule with their team. It is also important to ensure that this flexibility doesn't lead to burnout. Encouraging employees to take regular breaks and disconnect from the work hours can help maintain a healthy work-life balance. Collaboration is another key factor for a creative work environment. So how can you encourage collaboration? Collaboration is basically the synergy of different minds coming together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. It's about harnessing the collective intelligence of group to drive innovation and solve complex problems. Effective collaboration requires the right method and tools. This could mean implementing project management software that allows for seamless communication and designing workspaces that facilitate group work. Regular team building activities can strengthen these bonds among the colleagues and lead to a more productive collaboration. Now, what tools and resources should be used to have an innovative work environment? In the quest for creativity and innovation, having the right tool and resource at one's disposal is not just beneficial, it's essential. These tools act as the building blocks that employee can use to construct their innovative ideas and bring them to fruition. Each resource plays a pivotal role in the creative process, from the state-of-art technology to simple brainstorming softwares. Technology here is very significant enabler of creativity, whether it is advanced softwares that allow for rapid prototyping or collaborative platforms that connect team members across the globe. Technology can break down barriers and open new possibilities. Organizations must stay in line with the latest technological advancement and provide their team with the tools that can best support their creative endeavor. Brainstorming tools are available which are mention worthy here. They provide a structured way to generate ideas and can be particularly useful in the group setting. Tools like mind mapping softwares help visualize thoughts and make connections that might not have been apparently initially. Similarly, digital whiteboards can facilitate remote collaboration, allowing team members to contribute in real time regardless of their location. Ensuring easy access to these tools is just as important as having them. This means not only providing the physical resources but also providing training and support for these team members on the new tools that they can utilize effectively. It's about creating an environment where these are integrated into daily workflow and accessible as another office tool. Now, lifelong learning is very important aspect in today's world and for an environment that fosters creativity and innovation. The landscape of business and technology is constantly evolving it. With it, the need for the continuous learning becomes increasingly apparent. A workforce that is well educated and up to date with the latest trend and skill is better equipped to contribute to a culture of creativity and innovation. Education and training plays a very crucial role in this regard. They provide employees with the knowledge and skill that is necessary to push the boundaries of what's possible. Workshops and seminars led by industry experts can inspire new ways of thinking and introduce employees to cutting edge technologies and methodologies. Online courses can also help here in learning, and that also with flexibility to fit into one's own schedule. They allow employees to learn at their own pace and choose subjects that are most relevant to the interest and the job function. By promoting a culture of lifelong learning, organization empower their employees to take ownership of their professional development. Promoting diversity and inclusion is another key factor for creating an environment that fosters creativity and innovation. So let us discuss about it. Diversity and inclusion are not just buzzwords. They are critical component of the creativity and innovative workplace. A diverse team brings a wealth of experience, perspective and ideas, each of which can spark new insight and solutions. Diverse perspectives leads to a broader range of ideas and greater likelihood of innovation. When people from different backgrounds come together, they challenge each other's assumptions and expand the group's collective understanding. This diversity of thought is a powerful catalyst for the creativity. Creating an inclusive work environment is about more than just hiring a diverse workforce. It's about ensuring that every employee feels valuable and heard. It's about creating policies and practices that support equality and allow everyone to contribute to their fullest potential. Now friends, rewarding each member of the organization for their valuable contribution towards creativity and idea generation is also very vital in having an environment. So one of the most effective way to foster a culture of creativity and innovation is through recognition and rewards. When employees feel that their creative efforts are seen and appreciated, it is a significant boost for their motivation and morale. This in turn encourages them to continuously push their boundaries and come up with new ideas. So acknowledging creative contribution can take manifold, from verbal praise during the team meetings of the company or celebrating team success by a mail. Public recognition not only validates the individual's work but also sets precedent for the value placed on creativity within the organization. Providing incentives for creativity can also be a powerful motivator. This could be through bonus, promotion, or even just small token of appreciation. like gift card or extra time off. The key is to ensure that the rewards are meaningful and aligned with the company values and the goals. Friends, the environment that fosters innovation and creativity, work is equally important to relaxing one's mind. So facilitating relaxation is key. The link between rest, relaxation and creativity is very well established. A well-rested mind is more likely to think clearly and come up with innovative solutions. Therefore, companies need to facilitate opportunities for employees to recharge and regenerate. Break areas in the workspace should be designed as sanctuaries where employees can step away from their work and clear their mind. These areas can be equipped with comfortable sittings, soothing music and even games and activity that encourages the relaxation. Other relaxation activities like yoga classes, meditation sessions, or even just regular team outing can also help reduce the stress and promote a sense of well-being. Another important factor in such a creative environment is encouraging the risk taking and the experimentation with the new ideas. So innovation often requires stepping out of one's comfort zone and taking risks. A work environment that encourages risk taking and experimentation is one where employees feel safe to try new things and learn from their failure without fear. Tolerating calculated risk means creating a culture where mistakes are seen as a part of the learning process. It's about encouraging employees to experiment with the new ideas and approaches even if they don't always lead to success. Learning from failure is just as important as celebrating success. Companies can facilitate this by conducting analysis of projects that didn't go as planned, extracting valuable lessons and sharing them with the team. This not only helps prevent similar mistakes in the future but also reinforces the idea that failure it is a stepping stone to innovation. So basically a psychological safety is very important for the individuals in any work environment. The organization must take care of these. Now with these all different factors that we can have in an environment, this will help us to maintain a creative momentum. As we conclude our explanation of how to create a work environment that fosters creativity and innovation, it is important to remember that the journey doesn't end here. Maintaining a creative momentum requires ongoing effort and commitment from both the leaders as well as the employees. Now summarizing the key points, we have discussed the importance of designing inspiring spaces, implementing flexible work hours, work schedules, encouraging collaborative work, providing the right type of tools and the resources, offer continuous learning opportunities, and promoting diversity inclusion, recognizing and rewarding for the creativity, and facilitating relaxation and encouraging risk taking and experimentation. So these are some of the essential elements of a work environment. Sustaining creativity and innovation over time means continuously revisiting and refining these strategies. It's about staying open to new ideas, adapting to change, and always striving for improvement. With dedication and willingness to embrace the creative process, any company can cultivate an environment where innovation thrives. So let us conclude this session. The continuous cultivation of creativity is by building a creative and innovative work environment and this is an ongoing journey, not a one-time program. It hinges on cultivating a culture of openness and trust, where inspiring space, flexible schedule, and strong collaboration empowers the individual. By providing the right tool, continuous learning, and embracing diversity, organization enable fresh perspectives, recognizing and rewarding creativity alongside, encourages calculated risk taking, and learning from failures solidifies this foundation. Ultimately, sustained innovation comes from a consistent commitment to nurture every employee's creative potential, driving growth and shaping a more dynamic future. So that's how we can conclude. But before I thank you, all of you, I wanted to interact with you and connect with you through my LinkedIn session. You can find a link in the presentation where I have asked you what is one barrier to creativity in your current work. You can write to me on my email ID sandyshare15 SANDYSHAR15 @gmail.com. So thank you for the attention, and I hope my presentation have inspired you to prioritize a creating workspace environment that fosters creativity and innovation in your business practices. Thank you and bye bye.